going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Fight Fuel channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, we give our takes on the Philadelphia 76ers. It is Saturday, May 13th, 2022, previewing tomorrow's Game 7 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. I wish I didn't even have to talk about this because the series should be over. And yes, I am still very, very pissed off about Game 6 losing at home the way you did, scoring 3 points in the last 5 minutes of that game. I'm not going to be too long, just previewing a little bit of the game tomorrow, a game that I'm really not that excited about because I'm preparing for the worst. I'm just being straight up honest, and for all the positive fans out there who want to hear all positivity around the Sixers, go listen to someone else because you're not going to get that much positivity here. You're just going to get someone who's telling the truth about this organization, what they truly are, and what they do this time of year, every year. You're not going to get positivity out of me. You're going to get the truth. And the truth is, this team is in deep shit tomorrow. So they're in deep, deep trouble. But before we do, I want to talk about some post-game comments that were made on Thursday after the game. I got particular ones that I want to talk about. Jason Tatum first, with the ESPN reporter, Lisa. I was about to say Lisa Salters, but she was doing the Lakers-Warriors game. But one reporter asked Tatum, what was it about his fourth quarter performance? And he said, humbly, I'm one of the best players in the world. And, bro, you've been absolutely trash the entire series. Outside of maybe 2 games, Jason Tatum has played really, really bad. And he's been really bad throughout the entire playoffs. It's been Jaylen Brown as the head of this team, as the number one shooting guy on this team. And then you have role players stepping up like Malcolm Brogdon, Marcus Smart, Derek White, and they're just really stepping up for the Celtics right now. Hold on, I'm getting a text real quick. That I just had to take care of business. I just had to take care of something real quick. My apologies, but you have these role players that are stepping up for the Celtics during this series. Marcus Smart, Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon in particular is having a great series, and it's really hurting the Sixers because they're leaving these guys wide open. They're leaving them wide open, and it's just not going well for them. But for Tatum to say that, man, I mean, bro, you've been absolutely one of the worst players of the playoffs, and you're lucky that your teammates have your back. And the Celtics didn't play a good game on Thursday night. It's just so unfortunate that the Sixers played worse. And now we're in this situation. And that brings me to James Harden. James Harden talks about, what is it about this series that it's so, the flow is not great or whatever with games and stuff. And he says, well, at halftime, he had officials tell him that, hey, we missed a few calls. We apologize. And, of course, James Harden is one of the most hated players in the league and never gets calls from the official. And that's what his excuse was. He was blaming the referees. Now, it is true that James Harden never gets calls from the referees and the officials, but, dude, you're a 34-year veteran. You're 34 years old. You've been doing this for a damn long time. Using the referees as as an excuse. That's kind of lame, and that's bullshit, dude. Um, you're 34 years old. You're a veteran in the NBA. You got to step up and just be like, I got to play better. And then Joel Embiid says, I'm not getting, being all sorry for himself, saying, like, we had no flow on offense. I didn't get the ball in the last 4 minutes. Bro, you're the MVP. You got to demand for the ball in the huddle. Tell the teammates, when I'm in the paint with a guy like Marcus Smart, give me the fucking ball, man. That's what he's got to do. He's got to be more aggressive. Like, imagine if LeBron James was sitting up on the podium and he's like, well, the offense sucked and the offense didn't flow. And, I didn't get the ball in the last 4 minutes. Bro, LeBron James would have screamed at his teammates, give me the freaking ball. I need to get the ball in this moment. That really pissed me off about Joel. A lot of people were rightfully pissed off at Joel. And I feel like Joel is going to request a trade in the offseason. The Sixers can never get out of the second round of the playoffs, like never. And Joel Embiid is 29 years old. He's got about 2-3 years left in his prime. And he needs to win a championship now. So, excuse me. He needs to win. He needs to win a championship now. So, I don't think he's going to do it in Philly. I don't think Philly's the right place for him. The Philadelphia 76ers, as much as I hate to say it, they are a loser organization. They have a loser mentality. They have a head coach who always fails in the playoffs, in Doc Rivers. They had Joel Embiid and James Harden walking up the court when the Sixers were down 8 with a minute and a half to go. Joel Embiid and James Harden weren't even trying anymore. They gave up. The 76ers just aren't built for this. They're not. And they give you the same thing year in and year out. And I'm tired of it, man. That's why I have no expectations, because I already know what's going to happen tomorrow. The Celtics are going to get out to a fast start. The Sixers are going to climb back. They're going to be down by 6 points at halftime. It's like, they're only down by 6. They're in striking distance. And the Celtics are going to take care of the second half. They're going to control the second half, and they're going to win by 15 or 20 points. I know I've seen this too many times. It's either going to be that, or our hearts are really going to get broken, and they're going to lose by 3 points or 2 points like they did to the Toronto Raptors in 2019. I've been through this too many times with the Sixers. That this organization is so goddamn predictable, man. It's like reading a children's book. It's incredibly easy to know what's coming up. You see it miles and miles away. It's unbelievable. And the Celtics went through this last year, down 3-2 to the Milwaukee Bucks. They go on the road and they win in Milwaukee. They come home for Game 7, and they absolutely clobber the Milwaukee Bucks by 28 points. I could expect the same thing tomorrow from the 76ers, to get absolutely blown out. And another reason that I think the Sixers are in deep trouble tomorrow is the NBA is not stupid, okay? All the NBA wants, you see the teams that are in the conference finals now, the Miami Heat, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Denver Nuggets. The NBA is not stupid. The NBA, all they care about is money and ratings. Money and TV ratings. And right now, the biggest rating that they could get is the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Two franchises that are historic, that are tied for most championships in NBA history. For the fact that they think people want to see that in 2023, they're wrong, but people will tune in. because it's the Lakers and the Celtics, and clearly we've seen it since Game 1. Since Game 1, the Boston Celtics have had the referees on their side. They've been on their side this entire series, every single game. The Boston Celtics get all of the calls. So, why waste my energy when I know they're going to get all the calls? The Sixers are going to be in disadvantage almost every time. And the Sixers lose in the second round every year. The combination of James Harden, Doc Rivers, James Harden, Joel Embiid, and the second round, they just don't mesh for the 76ers. And really, it's James Harden. James Harden, if he plays terrible, the Sixers lose. If he plays good and the rest of the team rallies around him and Joel Embiid, they have a shot. That's their only shot tomorrow, is if James Harden actually shows up. Because if James Harden's shooting 3 for 17 in the fourth quarter, they're cooked. They're absolutely cooked. So, just a little preview. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm not expecting the best. Right now, if you hate my negativity, you don't have to watch the video. It's fine with me, but I'm just expecting to get my heart broken tomorrow because I know what happens with this. Sixers fans have dealt with the same thing every single year since the Joel Embiid era. Never getting out of the second round. And again, I'm tired of watching stars like Giannis, Nikola Jokic, and Jason Tatum have great teams around them, while Joel Embiid is stuck with a 34-year-old James Harden, Tobias Harris, 38-year-old PJ Tucker, DeAnthony Melton, who's airballing threes. It's awful, man. It's awful. So, we'll see what happens. I'm expecting a 15 to 20 point loss for the Sixers tomorrow and for the rebuilding to start in the offseason. So, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel for more content. Comment down below your prediction for Sixers Celtics tomorrow. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok at Colin_Joseph. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Game 7 reaction to the Sixers dropping Game 7 to the Boston Celtics. Have a good one. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy.